Would you take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen? The stock market is up yet again in a major way today. It's currently about 12:45 p.m. on the East Coast. We have the S&P 500 up 2.1%, the Dow's up 2.4%, the Russell's up 1.8%, and we have the Nasdaq up 1.3% as the VIX is down over 11%, and we have the metals dying down today. Gold's down 2%, and we have silver down 3%. So what that's telling me right off the bat is volatility and fear is dying down, at least for today, at least in the short term. And that's obviously very good for equities, as again, like I just showed you guys and told you guys, the indexes here, all of them are up across the board. So we have to break down the markets in this video, 5 stocks in particular as well. So hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon, and make sure to get your 5 stocks from Moo. Both of those are linked down below. And to get those 5 stocks, all you have to do is use my link, deposit at least $100, and you could get up to 5 stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. It's free money, link down below. And now let's get right into the video. So what we're noticing on this 20-day 1-hour chart is, number one, an inverse head and shoulder on SPY, and it's the same thing on Triple Q, inverse head and shoulders, and this is breaking out. Both of these ETFs, Triple Q tracks the Nasdaq, SPY tracks the S&P 500. Both of these are breaking out of the 180 moving average on both of their charts on the 20-day 1-hour time frame, and that's a very good sign considering all throughout February, or at least for the most part of February, for the majority of February, this moving average has been resistance, right? So now that we're showing momentum out of the moving average and we're seeing a lot of stocks in the green today, that's a pretty good sign in the short term that bulls are trying to gain some steam. And on the 5-day chart, what you're going to see on Triple Q and on SPY for that matter, both of these are above yesterday's highs and the day before's highs and the day before. So it seems like we're now trading at a multi-day high on Triple Q and on SPY. So that's a good sign. But hold on. Hold your horses, guys, because the overall trend, if we take a look on the 4-hour chart, it's still being dominated by the bear. So what we're noticing is, yes, the past 2 days, we've seen a lot of green. It's awesome, but at the end of the day, this is simply a relief rally, and we can't get too excited quite yet. Sorry to ruin the parade today, guys. We can't get excited quite yet because right now, SPY is still trading under the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart, the larger time frame, and same thing with Triple Q, right? And did we not call this out? Did we not call this out? I mentioned a couple of videos ago, as the markets got very oversold, TQQQ, SPXL, these two were options because TQQQ goes up whenever the markets go up, or rather the NASDAQ 100 goes up and SPXL goes up when the S&P goes up, and both of these are leveraged ETFs, and these are great ways to play markets when they get very oversold and you think a relief rally is coming. And that's what ended up happening, guys. We got very stretched to the bottom side, or very, oversold, let's just say that. We got very oversold. SPY got to 410, Triple Q got down to 317, and we're getting a snapback rally, a dead cat bounce, a bull trap rally, whatever you want to call it. That is what we're seeing right now. And the truth is, we have to wait and see if SPY breaks 445. That's where the real reversal could occur, and we're not really even close to that point. So I'm going to put my alert at 445 on SPY. And if Triple Q ends up breaking, let's say 355, which we're about 10, 11 bucks off that, or under that point right now, that is where the reversal could happen with Triple Q. So I'm going to put my alert at 355 for this one. So although it's nice, although it's great that we're getting these relief rallies, these explosions in the individual stocks, the markets, VIX is down, metals are down, it's great, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot going on. Russia, Ukraine, oil prices up, inflation, the economy, recession, Fed meeting, tapering. There's a lot going on, so I'm not one to just be like, oh, the markets are back, it's over, we're going all the way up to the moon now, guys. The sell-off's over, because the reality is it's probably not. And I've said this before, within bear markets, we typically see a lot of rallies, and a lot of people are like, oh, this rally, this is it. It's the bottom. The bottom's in. This rally is legit. And then all of a sudden, we start crashing again, right? That's what happens in bear markets and in downwards markets and just correction, during corrections in general. So that's kind of some thoughts there on Triple Q and SPY. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And now let's talk about some stocks that are looking pretty good, technically speaking, that I'm keeping my eyes on. Number one is Amgen, ticker symbol AMGN. This one's up 3.7% on the day so far. And as you guys can see, it is now trying, well, it already did. It's not trying. It's breaking out of the moving averages on this 4-hour chart, which is nice after getting completely destroyed after the most recent earnings, which were about 2-3 weeks ago at this point. You guys can see the stock went up from 220 to about 245. Then it got smacked all the way down to 215 after a pretty good earnings report. So it dropped 12% after the earnings, and now we're recovering a lot of that. Just in the past 2 days, the stock's up over 6%. And again, like I said, it is trading above both moving averages on the 4-hour chart. So I'm going to put my alert at $230 a share. That's a spot definitely worth watching, considering that's been resistance pretty much on and off for the past almost 3 months at this point. You guys can see 230 has been a struggle point other than the one-off run after earnings, and in the middle of January we saw a nice little pop to about 233, but other than that, 230 has been a sticking point. So that's why I put my alert at that point. If we break 230 on Amgen, it's already above the moving averages. All we need to do now is break 230. If that happens, 235, 240 plus could be right around the corner. So that's stock number one. Stock number two is NUE. This is Nucor Corp. This one's up 7% on the day. We just hit a high on the 4-hour chart, and we're approaching a big resistance at about 129, 130 bucks a share. You guys can see back in August we failed at that point. Also back in the beginning of this year, about a month and a half ago, we failed at 130. Now we're showing momentum. A lot of volumes kicking up in general. We just recently took out the 125 high. That actually happened today. So this momentum is looking very promising. Now we just have to wait and see if it cracks above 130. I'm going to put my alert mark is at or above $130 a share. If that point breaks, right, I'm not sure. I think this is already an all-time high. Let me double check. Yeah, it already is. So if 130 breaks, momentum could really kick up in a major way. And who knows where it's going to go from there. 135, 140, that's what could happen. And now that I'm looking at it, and it's already outlined here, this kind of looks like an ascending triangle as well. So keep your eyes on Nucor. NUE's the ticker. Obviously, we have to watch Square. Square is currently up 23% on the day, up over 20 bucks a share. And just yesterday, guys, you could have got Square at 80 bucks a share. Now it's at 116 bucks a share. So that goes to show how quick these stocks can move. I mean, from that 80 buck low to 123 bucks, this thing ran up 50%. You heard that right. 50% from yesterday's low to the point, the high point after the earnings report, which the earnings came out yesterday after hours. So it's crazy to say that, but yeah, 50% up is what Square was up at one point from the low to the high yesterday, which is just unreal. And if we look at this chart, I have my alert set at 120 bucks a share, which you guys can see that's right by the 180 moving average on this 4-hour chart, which, mind you, that's a big resistance. And another thing worth mentioning is the 50 moving average, which was also a big resistance. We actually broke out of that yesterday, and we're still trading above it now after that earnings report, and that's a great sign considering Square has been struggling not only under the 180 but the 50 moving average since roughly the middle of November. So the fact that we took it out, that's a good sign. Now we just have to break 120, which again is right where my alert is right now. If we take that point out, that is where a real reversal could start to occur with Square. I'm also looking at DWAC right now, which is Digital World Acquisition Corp, the SPAC that's taking Trump's social media platform public, which I think the, what's it called? Truth Social or something like that. I actually downloaded it. I made a profile. I'm on the wait list. I want to see what it's all about. Let me actually check that right now. Let me show you guys this. Your account has been created successfully. I'm number 508,000 or 507,000 on Truth Social here. So who knows? We'll see what that's all about. I want to, I want to get some hands-on experience with it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But overall, DWAC right now, it's up almost 3% on the day, and it looks like it wants to test 89, 90 bucks again, 95, which is a big resistance for this SPAC, stemming back from the beginning of 2022. We got rejected there multiple times, and then we had that one-off explosion to 138 when the stock, or rather, when the platform launched, and I think it was number one on iTunes Store or something like that. And obviously, there's a massive wait list. I just downloaded it and I downloaded it a couple days ago, and I showed you guys I'm still number 500,000 on the wait list. So there's a lot of hype around it. That shot up the SPAC to 140. Then we had a lot of profit taken. It came back down to about 80. Now we're almost back above 90. So if we start cracking 95, 100 again, this could easily start ripping like no other. So I'm going to put my alert, one at $95, and then I'll put another one at $100. I want to put two alerts on this one at 95, one at 100. So keep your eyes on DWAC right now. And the last one that I'm looking at is Signature Bank. This one's currently up 5.5% on the day. We see a clear wedge here on the 4-hour chart, higher lows. And over the past couple of weeks, we've made some lower highs, 374, 355, 347. Now, I just want to see if we break the wedge. That's simple. Do we break the wedge? Do we take out 350 and start making our way back to, the high 300s? That could be a trading opportunity. So I'm going to put my alert at $350 a share. Mark is at or above. We take that point out. Boom. From 350. 375, that could be our, profit spot, or what's it called here, our trading range, about 6-7% potential. So overall, that's it. We talked about SBNY, DWAC, Square, Nucor, and Amgen. Let me know your thoughts on those 5 stocks, and let me know your thoughts on the markets in general. Drop me a comment, smash the good old like button, and subscribe if you guys do want to see more content like this, and join my Patreon if you want all my real-time buys, sells, call outs. You want to know kind of what I'm doing during this crazy time period. That's on Patreon, link down below, and you get more access to me throughout the day, and of course morning update videos if you guys are interested. All that is down below on Patreon. And make sure to get your 5 stocks from Moomoo, literally free money. It's the best promotion out right now. All you have to do is use my link, deposit $100, and you could get up to at least 5 stocks up to $3,500 each. That's linked down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.